It's time once again for Viking Football with Bruce Barnum as the Vikings get ready to take on Idaho State this Saturday at Providence Park. Yes, it's true. The Vikings are finally home. Coach, it will have been 28 days since Portland State last played a home game. Tell me what the difference is when you get to play at home, how much that helps being a head coach.
I hope it helps, Mike. You know, we came off a rough road trip. We're 1-3 right now, but I still like where we're at, and I like the attitude of our team. We're young because of some injuries, but I like the youth. It's good to be at home. It's good. I'm anxious to see our fans again. I'm anxious to see Providence Park. No buses. We're going to walk to the game.
I'm happy about that.
The students are back. It's going to be a great college football Saturday.
Okay, we got two issues to talk about today. You already brought up one of them, so let's talk about it. Health. That's been a bit of an issue. Had some injuries in past weeks. That's forced you to put some younger players into some key roles early on. Where does your team stand this week in terms of going into the game?
Slowly getting back to health. You know, you play the money games, Mike, that's going to happen, but it's something we have to do. We lucked out last year. We came out scot-free, a couple ankles, but this year we've lost a couple players, and actually careers, Walter, Santiago, and Anthony Jenkins. It just crushes you. But everybody has injuries. It's not an excuse at all. We're dealing with it, and we're going to come out on top. Again, it's the magic of college football. It's the magic of sport. If you fail, you just get back up on the horse and go at it again.
Okay, and that leads me into my next question, something we have to talk about because it's been a big issue, and that's turnovers. Obviously, last week played a huge role in a loss at Southern Utah. Now, the team came out after a rough first half, came out and played a really good second half, gave themselves a chance to win a football game at the end. Didn't work out. But how do you deal with turnover issues, something you haven't had, something you didn't have last year? How do you deal with that in practice in terms of turning that around?
Well, Mike, I was proud of the defense. Talking about last week, Southern Utah. I was proud of the defense. They actually got some takeaways. Special teams did not turn it over. So now I only have one piece of the three to fix. We're going to fix offensively. We're going to cut the package back for Alex. I think we have given him too much personally, and we're going to simplify it. The pass game for the most part. We're going to take out some packages that, everybody wants to be Mouse Davis, but he scored so many so often. But you can't be the run and shoot and what we do and this and the West Coast all at once. So we are going to simplify it, and hopefully that'll clean up the rest of the turnover issue.
Okay, so now we move on to Idaho State, and we'll talk a little bit about the Bengals. The first thing you notice about them in recent seasons under Mike Kramer, they like to throw the football, and they have some really talented receivers. What do you see from that team?
Both sides of the ball, Mike. They get the, remember when you're in grade school and somebody got that most improved star? They get it. They've held on to Mike there through some rough times, and you see it on the field now with their student athletes, not just their grades. We follow that program pretty closely. Just there's some guys on my staff with history there. My kids were born there, but from Manu to Nico to Guller, they've got a quarterback that's playing well. They're trying to run the ball now because they have tailbacks to do it. If you look at Idaho State now compared to when Coach Kramer got there, you see speed. You didn't see that when he got there. So a much faster football team, and that's what the sport is now. The higher you go, the better you get, the faster you are.
Okay, so the Vikings, once again, this Saturday at Providence Park. Will you be watching any movies at home this Friday night since you won't be on a bus?
No, Mike. Actually, I watched one last night as I was doing a couple things with my kids. Another John Candy, Atmosphere, Summer Rental. Graded a C+, but you had John Candy and it tried to make you laugh, so it was good.
A classic. I'm sure that's in my wife's Netflix queue. We'll get on that one this weekend. The Vikings and the Bengals this Saturday, Providence Park, 2:30 p.m. Go to GoVikes.com for all the information. Come out to the pregame tailgate. Enjoy Viking football.